Alright, I'm going to review a video called 8 Ways to Gain Respect in Life.
Respect in a man's life is a very serious thing, and many men would rather die
Nothing is serious in life.
than to keep getting disrespected. At the same time, most men don't know how to actually gain respect.
I can tell you right away that there's no way to gain respect. It comes naturally. Humans will naturally respect you if you are genetically gifted, so to speak. That's about it. He will probably talk a lot of nonsense, but it should be funny.
Make sure you stick around until the end, because the last one might just be the most important. Number 1. Force respect. Respect is forced. You don't ask or beg.
Okay, for one thing, think about who owns this channel, who made this video, because he's really obsessed with steroids, bodybuilders, which is all very anti-masculine, fake, and man, even though they won't say it, really disrespect you for being so unnatural. And nature is programmed inside of all of us. It's nothing that we can change, it's just how we see life. And even though they won't say it out loud, deep down, subconsciously, that's how all men see other men. That's just how they see life.
Many people will say that this is wrong, but that is because they don't truly understand what it
Deformed jaw guy.
means. I'll give you an example. There once was a foreign fighter that came from the mountains. He was a Muslim that did not speak much English, but his fighting skills were undeniable. His name was Habib. Back when he wasn't famous yet, he was competing, and there were a lot of disrespectful and racist comments by fight fans. However, he just kept smashing their favorite fighters with ease. Slowly, you could see the racist remarks becoming less and less. Eventually, he became an undefeated champion, and many haters had turned into fans. They pretended they never hated him in the first place. Why? Habib forced people to respect him.
It's simply because only slaves watch loser stuff like this, and the fighters themselves are loser slaves who fight against each other for money, which doesn't exist. It's the very definition of what a slave is, and it really doesn't matter what these people think about them, what they think about themselves, because they are completely lost in life anyway. Of course, they will change their opinion from this and that, and the next day they will go and watch video game tournaments. It's completely irrelevant anyway. A natural male does not care what anybody thinks about him, and that's already one way that you can actually gain respect. Once you have this mindset, if you like, whatever you want to call it, other men will know, and that's when they will respect you.
He didn't know these fans personally, but he still forced them to respect him by smashing their favorite fighters in the weight class. If you want to gain respect, you force it upon the world.
It's so incredibly delusional. He's almost talking like parents who beat their children because they believe that then they will at last respect them, when in reality their nerves are damaged, for example, because of all the garbage food that you're feeding them, and that's why they are freaking out all of the time and don't respect you because they are not even capable, seeing as they are somewhat mentally ill already. If you in any way try to force respect through pain, then in the case of the parents, the children will end up hating the parents, most likely. You will most definitely never gain respect out of that.
By being so undeniably good and dominant that they can't help but respect you.
Really
Imagine a
delusional.
businessman that is always failing. A failure can't force other people to respect him. Now imagine the same man crushing all the competitors and leading his team to the highest level.
Yeah, whoever made this video is completely brainwashed. If that's his goal in life, having some, you know what, I can't say the word on YouTube, dancing for him, then he's completely lost in life. And again we see squirrel-faced Tate.
Everyone respects him now, even the competitors that have been beat. They might not like him, but they are forced to respect him. Number 2, don't apologize just to avoid conflict. This does not mean you never apologize. If you do something wrong, it is important to acknowledge it.
I would agree with this because usually it's a sign of weakness and insecurity. Of course, there could be a case where you trip and fall on somebody's child. The man will be angry at you, but then again, it was out of your control. Should you really say sorry then? I can't really think of an example where you should apologize.
But if you aren't sorry, don't say that you are. This is a feminine thing to do. You see, Females avoid hurting other people's feelings and conflicts. That is why you will hear them.
Okay, that's incredibly wrong. If anything, women are way more mean. Women are way more mean to other women if they in some way don't like them, whatever, than guys who are mean to other guys.
If you say I'm sorry for every little thing now, your apologies will carry less weight later on. The ability to be honest despite it going against your best interests shows confidence. It shows that you don't live in fear and that whatever the consequences of your honesty may be, you are ready for it.
Alright, I agree with that.
If you are the person that apologizes too much, I want you to know that you may think you're displaying yourself as a nice and caring person, but you're actually sending the message that you lack confidence and are ineffectual. It can even give a certain kind of person permission to treat you poorly or even abuse you. Number 3, take up space. Some random feminist might call this toxic, but here is the truth. We are born with the innate ability to take up space and the right to do so. You see, when we take up space in the world, we occupy a physical and psychological territory. Our bodies fill the area and our presence is felt. Most people don't feel capable of doing it. The point of taking up space is not to play a dominance game. It is to subcommunicate that you aren't afraid to be seen with your body and presence. Walk with your chest out and your shoulders back. And when you sit down, don't make yourself small to comfort others. Some people may believe that taking up space is selfish, but it can be a sign of healthy strength and self-assurance. For many men, it comes natural, and that is why they sit with their legs open.
Yeah, the most important part to this is that yes, it comes naturally, and confidence also comes naturally. If you have good genetics, then you will be confident automatically. And everybody who is good looking knows this, and that's why they are confident.
If you are a man that thinks it is selfish, you can go ahead and sit down with your legs so tight together that your manhood drops off. However, if you want to command...
The reason these videos don't really make sense, and this is very similar to self-improvement, self-help videos and red pill videos, is that they believe that you can talk yourself into being like this, or you can gain respect by learning these points, but you can't, because it just naturally comes with your genetics. You either have them or you don't. If you have bad genetics, people are never going to respect you, ever, in your whole life. Unfortunately, that's the reality, because that's all that human beings respect.
Respect. Make yourself comfortable and let your presence be felt. Number 4. Give respect. Only a punk doesn't know how to respect other people, and it will not take long before this punk will get a reality check in life. In order to get respect, you need to know how to give respect. This is very important. Learn how to speak to other people, no matter if they are a CEO, a janitor, or a waiter.
Okay, this is incredibly ridiculous, really, really wrong. And whether somebody is a janitor or a CEO, it doesn't matter. Those are man-made jobs. I don't respect it whatsoever. I would never in any way respect somebody who's a CEO or the president of a country or whatever. It's irrelevant to me. It seems like this guy really confuses fear with respect, because you would fear the consequences of being disrespectful to, let's say, the boss of your company because you don't want to be fired, for example, but that's not respect whatsoever. Nobody would respect a janitor or a CEO if they are short and ugly, for example. Again, that's genetics. Whereas if the janitor is tall and good looking, then you would automatically respect them.
When you talk down to other people, you will feel their rage even if you are not aware of it, and they will not respect you.
I gotta say, I don't respect almost anybody in life. That's because most people are slaves and there is nothing to respect.
People, when they do something for you, and look them in the eyes when you speak to them, there is a basic level of human respect you should give everyone. Only when you understand this can you expect...
Actually, I incredibly, very strongly disagree with this. If you don't respect people and you really show them what you think about them and give your true, honest opinion, then they will respect you. If you tell a guy what you really think about him, that his job as a CEO is irrelevant to you, that he's also not good looking and so on, they will of course not like it, but most humans will respect it because they realize that you are true to yourself and true to your beliefs. That's what human beings, if anything, respect. But if you will be fake and try to respect everybody, then you will just show what a weak you are.
To get it yourself. The moment you come across another man and you lock eyes, nod your head to acknowledge him. Most men do this by instinct, as there is always an innate possibility of violence between men. I should not have to say this, but people's human instincts are getting numbed down in the modern world. It is a simple way to remove any hostility and make sure there is no tension. When it comes to committing to an event or making plans with someone, come through on your end of the deal. Being reliable shows respect for people's time and shows them you're making a special effort to be there for them. Number 5. Consistent power. Everyone respects the powerful. It is something that cannot be denied. Understand this. Power is most effective when it is consistent. For power to move the people around you, it can't just be a one-time thing. So don't treat this as...
Alright, we already saw that he's obsessed and delusional when it comes to how a man's body is supposed to look like. And again, he's confusing fear with respect, and really there's just no connection between them.
It's a little strategy to persuade others. In order to gain consistent power, you need to have discipline. The discipline to learn and to improve yourself constantly. Power comes in all areas of...
He believes that working out means to improve yourself. Let's see, improve your body, right? Okay, exercise has been proven to lower testosterone, which means that you will have a lower intercourse drive, if you know what I mean. And you will sleep a lot more. You will generally have less energy. Is that improving yourself? I don't know by what definition. Not any that I know.
Life. Influencing people is a form of power. Being physically capable is another form of power, and there are many other various forms of power. The more you are able to obtain and consistently maintain it, the more people will respect you. So aim to become the best version of yourself and become strong in all areas of your life. It is not easy, but nothing worthwhile comes easy. Number 6.
It's also the voice that he's using. Really, really funny video. Incredibly delusional. Just some idiot who goes to the gym.
Respect yourself. If you treat yourself like a clown, you deserve to be treated like one. Many people seek respect from others, but they don't even respect themselves. Respect yourself first. At the base of self-respect is knowing and living by your value.
It's hard to really fully respect yourself, again, if your genetics are bad. That's the main reason why people are weak and insecure, whereas somebody who has good genetics, and again, as I said, they know it, they will of course automatically have a lot of self-respect.
When you take the time to hone in on your core values and start working on living by them, you'll start to exude self-respect. This also shapes your interactions with other people, inviting others to be more respectful towards you as well. Don't let anyone influence your values according to their beliefs or opinions, especially if you're doing so just to gain their approval or acceptance.
I would agree with that part, yes.
Instead, live with honesty and be true to yourself, despite what other people say or do.
It kind of sounded like at the end he was saying that you shouldn't be listening to anybody and be close-minded and stick to your values. That's of course wrong, but maybe I misunderstood it. Overall, this video was all about coping, for sure. That's all that I really heard. Somebody who has bad genetics, that's why he also doesn't show his face, is obsessed with squirrel face Andrew Tate, and other guys who have bad genetics who are coping by going to the gym, getting money which doesn't exist, buying cars and so on. Really just the absolute losers that we have in this life. I could never in a million years respect somebody like Andrew Tate. He's the absolute definition of a slave and a loser. I have absolute disrespect for him and everything that he has ever done. And some other guys that I saw in the video also. This video is really a good summary of what's wrong with men nowadays, believing that they can follow man-made rules, ideas, go to the gym and so on. And that's how they will gain respect. Absolutely delusional. Thanks for watching.